Even at this size and age, the selection process of some varieties commences. All over the mountains you can find people, young and old, men and women, dipping plastic tubes into the water. This is Kuroko Senbetsu, or selection. The breeders have long learned that when breeding black-based varieties such as Showa, Utsuri or Komonryu for example, that only the black fry will develop into good examples. At just 1 week old, the white and orange fry are rejected. With the long warm summer days, the young fry develop and grow extremely quickly. At just 18 days old, these young Showa are extremely active feeders. Already their pigmentation is starting to develop. As can be seen, their pond is alive with activity and insect life. Tiny Daphnia being their staple diet, supplemented with powdered artificial food. These are Sankei that were born the same day. Their patterns are becoming apparent, although some clearly lack the requisite sumi needed on Sankei. It's hard to believe that a few months earlier, these ponds were drained of their water, left to dry, and then filled with snow. The abundance of life that has developed over such a short period since the snow melted is quite amazing. Above water, life is abundant too. And indeed, the aerial display put on by the dragonflies and damselflies also contributes to new life underwater, as they mate and lay their eggs in the ponds. Early morning, and the many mud ponds in the mountains reflect the clear blue sky. Mr. and Mrs. Igarashi of Marasho Koi Farm are netting a pond. On this occasion it transpires that they are netting the pond of young Igoromo not to carry out selection, merely to move the fry to a pond without so many tadpoles, a constant bugbear for the breeders. Despite the protection afforded to the koi in this pond by way of overhead nylon lines, clearly they know the value of strength in numbers, their natural shoaling instinct clearly apparent. Above lays an aerial predator, a predator for whom the many mud ponds prove a rich hunting ground. The herons are just one danger the koi face during their short time in the mud ponds. The weather perhaps poses a greater danger. When July arrives, so does the rainy season. The rain is vital to keep the mud ponds topped up with fresh water. However, too often it can be the wrong kind of rain. Torrential downpours fueled by typhoons, heavy rain that can wipe out a pond of fry, heavy rain that bursts the banks of mud ponds, sending their contents spilling down the mountainside. These sankei fry have survived all natural danger and disaster so far, and are now around 6 weeks old. They are the same ones we saw earlier. Now is the time for Saito-san to undertake the first selection process. Saito-san is assisted in netting the pond by his younger brother, and also by Norwegian koi dealer Arne Christian Mellem, who is visiting Japan to experience the summer season. With the net drawn in, there is a swarming mass of orange, white and black. However, on closer look, the number of fry that exhibit all 3 colours is perhaps fewer than first thought. Sankei is considered by many to be perhaps the hardest variety to breed, and, already at an early stage, it's clear that the number will reduce somewhat when the selection is completed. At this early stage, the requirement is that the koi should exhibit all 3 colours: red, albeit orange really now, white and black. However, too much black is undesirable. Armed with small nets, Saito-san, his brother, wife and Arne set about sorting through the 6-week-old fry, keeping only those that display desirable characteristics. This is a small number of the sankei kept from the selection process, but will be returned to the mud ponds to continue growing.